ça s'est passé comme ça. Donc, il s'agit de la question, ce n'est pas la question. Donc, la rédaction de la question, ce n'est pas le milieu. Je pense que vous comprenez. I'm going to present in English. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. And if later in the question and answer round up you want to ask anything in French or in Arabic, my colleague Professor Berrada will be the moderator. He speaks 4 or 5 languages and he will help me out with the translation. Okay? So don't be shy. After the presentation, if you want to make any question in any language, we will accept all of them. Okay? Don't be shy and ask in any language. Thank you for that. Professor Berrada forgot to tell that much of the work that I've done in the last years has been with him and his team. Wonderful teams, I and other people here, Sophia and Rashid and many other people, and other people in Mohammed. So thank you all for being so friendly and for being the perfect host, and also for working well. Thank you, Professor Berrada. So today the presentation is focused on digital transformation. And thanking also the organization, the organizers, and Professor Valdipa's head and the visible face for everything. We were discussing about the topic of the closing ceremony, which is always a challenge, because some people left, some people are tired, we are with some delay over the official timetable. So you are here, thank you all for being here, thank you so much. And we decided to focus on something that is a little more humanistic and less technical. Because the principal idea, the main idea was to give a technical speech about digital transformation. And we were thinking that maybe it's not the right place for that. So I will give you just one idea in 20 slides or so, like 20-30 minutes, focused on the main bottom line of what we have in mind, or what I have in mind about digital transformation. I hope that you agree, you like it, and we can discuss later a few. Before that, just if you want to know a little more about what I do, this is my personal website, transgeniclearning.com, where you can find a number of outcomes, a number of outputs and collaborations, like for instance, these 2 books, okay, recently published, focus on digital transformation in China and in Latin America. This book that I have enlarged a little, edited along with Professor Cadi Berrada here, about the outputs that the new people from Ayyad developed in the last 10 years at the university, which is very nice. And also some open books that you can find there in transgeniclearning.com, one focus on radical solutions on open science and 2 focus on what happened during the pandemic. These 2 last ones edited with Beijing National University in China, very useful, one on inclusive and another one on open education. Okay? If you don't know well where I come from, this is the world, this is Europe, this is Spain, this is La Rioja, in the north center. Okay? It's a very warm place in terms of friendly people, but it's cold, and it's raining, and it's windy. So completely opposite to Marrakech, that today is like summer, okay? So I will feel the difference when I come back home. If you want to know a little more about my university, Universidad Internacional de La Rioja in Spain, these are some facts. The presentation is written in French, sorry, my Francais is comme ça, but I hope that you can understand. And I will do the speech in English so we can share both things. You can read, you can understand both things at the same time, okay? So we are an international university, we have presence in 9 countries, mainly Latin America, Spain and Miami. And we are 100% online. So when I speak now, I speak from what I do for the last 10 years. It's not a theoretical speech about what I can do sitting down in the couch, just watching television, no. It's what I do in the trenches every day, okay? This is what I want to comment here. And my institute, called Ayyad, is focused on educational technology and educational innovation with a number of topics like gamification or open education standards with a better learning and better teaching slogan. Okay? It should say there, better learning, better teaching, and better management. But the slogan was really crappy. So I decided to cut it short to better learning and better teaching. Okay? So what we do is focus actually in all the chain, educational chain, at the university. Digital information, when I speak about digital information, I speak about everyone. Students, the professors, and the managers. Don't forget the managers. It's not just the professor, it's also the general managers that run the budget. We have to take care of everyone. If we don't take care of everyone, the system collapses. Okay? So the question again is, are we actually living a digital transformation? Are we actually living a digital transformation? Because I'm not completely sure about that. Why? This is about the prediction of something wrong due to natural causes. Okay? This is part of a flood that came like 4 years ago in Southeast Asia. Okay? Do we have numeric models and predictions to prevent that these things happen? To know in advance that these things happen? It seems that we do, but they didn't work much here. Okay? They didn't work much here. Earthquakes, tsunamis, volcano eruptions, they didn't work really well in the last 10 years because it's happening everywhere. In Africa, Southeast Asia, in Latin America, everywhere, natural disasters are happening. Hurricanes and volcano tornadoes are also happening now in the States. Okay? So I'm not sure if the digital transformation happened completely safely in the prediction models. Okay? The second one is about the eradication of poverty. I think that's the issue. Okay? We can plant rice on the moon like the Chinese did a couple of weeks ago, but still many people are dying every day out of nothing to eat. I don't know if digitalization actually is coupled with poverty. And something doesn't work pretty much well if this is not in the same sentence. Exactly the same happens with the bias, okay? The bias on biometric identification. The guy on the left is ex-former President Obama from the United States. The guy on the right is a guy. Okay? On the left, black president, well known. On the right, a model, white, Caucasian. And they are mistaken. So, the biometrics on the facial recognition of both faces is wrong. So, is this digital? Of course. Is digitally good? I'm not completely sure because this is happening quite often. How mistaken the automatic identification through faces, iris, handprints is not well done. Okay? So digital is digital, but I'm not sure if this is really good. I'm going to tell about elder people, okay? This is a granny, their grandmother, and in front of a computer, an old-fashioned computer, and saying, I don't understand anything. This is happening every day, okay? I don't know in your case, in my family, my mother, grandmother already passed away a few years ago, but she lived the mobile phones and the smartphones, and it was like, I don't know what to do with this. Aside of calling and picking up the phone and finding out, but I don't know, WhatsApp is like science fiction. And if you want to book an appointment for a doctor, and you go to the hospital, either you go in person or you need to do it through an app. You cannot call anymore in Europe, in many countries. Okay? So if you don't know how to use a smartphone, you cannot request an appointment. And if you are an elder person and you are 80 years old and you have some sort of functional diversity, for instance, you cannot walk properly, you cannot go to the hospital, what can you do? You are completely excluded. It's digital exclusion, meaning social exclusion. Okay? You have a project about inclusion there, about a network, about educational inclusion. Okay? So if you cannot afford it, you are out. So it's not inclusion, it's the opposite. Digital inclusion means social exclusion, okay? Which is not really digitally acceptable in my way of doing things. This is about automatic driving. Automatic driving. I tried this before here. I was testing, so I'm not sure if this will work. But I will try. Okay? I'm going to switch now to no, it's not working. So I'm going to switch to this. 1 second. Give me just some. Let's try it like this. Okay, I cut it like that. Okay, fine. And I go now to Firefox or to Chrome. I need to recharge this. Okay, this is about automatic driving. This is a policeman in Louisiana, or I don't know where in the States, and he's just, I don't know, doing the police work. An automatic car comes and runs him over because it doesn't recognize properly the shape of a human being. This is automatic driving. Let's see.
A deputy is hit and quickly pulled away by a state trooper before both of them rolled to the ground on the side of US 64 in Nash County.
Okay, this is automatic driving failing. So automatic driving works, yes, of course. Works, does it work good enough? Good enough? I'm not completely sure if sometimes crashes happens, okay? This is what happens with blockchain and identification of information, okay? You know blockchain, what works for? You go from one source to one request about information, and all the chain of information there is certified. So, for instance, just to make a pretty direct example to the university, if I have a diploma and I want to check if the diploma is really legit, okay, it's true, it's not a fake. If I have a blockchain stamp, I can make a query to the blockchain stamp, and that goes straight to the source, meaning Cadi Ayyad University, for instance, and I can make a direct request to Cadi Ayyad, and they give me back the okay to the diploma. So I avoid faking along the way. It's not just printing on paper, it's that I get the data directly from the source, in this case, the university. This is one of the many uses of blockchain, okay? But for instance, in this website here, Magic Mill, you can fake a diploma for $60, $100. You can fake it. You go there and you can choose if you want to print it, and if you want to have a diploma from Harvard, or you want to have a diploma from La Sorbonne. Doesn't matter. You pay for that, and even they give you a transcript with all the subjects. So why to study a bachelor of 4 years, 6 years for pharmacy? If you can go there and in 2 hours you can have your diploma with your name branded there and also a stamp, and it's exactly the same replica as an official diploma. So blockchain works, but does work really always? You can have all these things all the time. So it's not perfectly implemented. And what about the human being in Mars? Okay? This is Tesla, this is Elon Musk, you know, the guy who's buying Twitter, okay, right now. I hopefully the solution comes and he will buy for $44 million. Sorry, I'm a little lost with so many zeros. So a lot of money, okay? And now he also wants to take people to the space. He has this SpaceX, I think is the name, just to make the people gravity, and they fly and they land. After 1 hour, they charge you $250,000 for the ride. I think that they give you a glass of champagne. But it's this type of guy, and he wants to take people to the moon and make the colonization of the moon by, I don't know, very far, 2050. Maybe he will not be here, so you can be really a vision guy if you are not here to see if you met your dreams. Okay? So 250 people will be living in the moon. On the moon, people will be in Mars. To me, well, every time that I see this, I follow the race to the universe, I just think of Buzz Lightyear, okay? It's like a joke. It's no, we will be living in Jupiter, we will be living in the moon, we will be living, it's like science fiction, okay? It's like taking a cartoon movie and you say that you can fly and you can breathe without no major problem in the outer space, okay? I think it's a fake. I think it's not true. I think it's stupid to say that. And in a future, but I don't know if it's 20 to 30 to 50, right now it's just a way to collect funding and to put some really expectation very far away so no one actually can check it when it comes, okay? So the question comes up. Are we really living a digital transformation or a revolution industrial? Are we really doing that? Because I'm not completely sure about that. But there is some hope. I gave you first the things that are not so good. I will give you now the things that are promising. It's like advertisement on the screen when you see all these selling products and the shopping online and shopping on the TV. They give you something on gray colors, and this is really bad, and now it's coming the colorful play, and they give you the solution and they charge you $50 or whatever just for the solution. I give you now the bright side of digital transformation, okay? The first one is about performance, school performance, or in general, student performance, okay? This is a model where you extract data from the user behavior in out of a learning management system, for instance, Moodle, Canvas, Blackboard, whatever you want, and out of an algorithm and some artificial intelligence designed for that, you extract the information, you model the pattern of the user, and you provide personalized answer to that user. And you say, well, based on your profile, your learning style, your interaction, your objectives, your professor's dossier about you, we think that you should take this field, you should take this unit, you should take this asset, you should go to bachelor number 3 instead of bachelor number 2, and they personalize the process. This is happening now. For the last 10 years, we've been doing this in many universities. So this is happening. It's really a very good start for personalization of learning. And what about the drones? Okay, drones are useful for bad things like killing people. You know, the suicidal drones that are now bombing Ukraine with Iranian drones coming from Russia right now. This is a really bad use for a drone. They put a charge a bomb and they shoot like the kamikazes with Japanese in the Japanese World War II. Okay, so the same but with a pilot. It's just a drone pilot. Okay. This is a thing, but it's also very good things. For instance, in this case, in the ocean, a guy is going, I cannot swim, and a drone comes with a life-saving, whatever in this case, adult, and throw it. So the guy drawing can catch the donut and wait for the actual lifesaver to come and rescue. Okay? This is saving a lot of lives because drone is much faster and can reach to very dangerous places that usually a human being cannot do it so quickly, okay? This is happening all around the world, and it's a very good use of drones, and this is of course digital, okay? The drone has a camera, and the drone pilot has the camera, and he's guiding like remotely. This is very nice. Also about chaos and catastrophic zones. For instance, when a building is really collapsing, and while risking while risking the fire, okay? While risking them, you can take a robot, and the robot takes the risk to go inside the building and carry a person, a dog, whatever, without risking the life of an actual human being. This is also happening around the world. Now, what you can see usually are robots like dogs. It's not a humanoid, okay? It's like a robot, like a dog, because with 4 legs it's more stable for everything. But this is already happening, and it's very good advance about this digital revolution, okay? And what happens with vertical farming? Vertical farming is a feature of humankind. Why? Because there is not enough land for everyone. This is pure mathematics. We don't have enough space for everyone. So if we cannot go and colonize the land, we can grow upstairs and build stories like in a mall, okay? Level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, and you grow up and grow on vertical farming. And you require very precise metrics, physical sensors, just to make this happening without having so many people taking care of the harvest. It happens exactly the same with this, smart farming, okay? You have a tablet, I don't know if you know about this, you have the tablet, and with the tablet, the actual farmer takes care of the whole land. Because there are sensors, there are drones, they can test if some vitamins and sulfate, some insecticides, some whatever is there or is not there, and you need to provide it and when and how much. Okay? It saves money, it saves time, it saves people, it's part of the precision agriculture. Okay? Very important for the hope of our farming, I think. And example, is about intelligent, smart processes. It's not just linking a piece of wood to the leg of some cripple. It's that you connect that to the body, so actually there is an adaptive response to the human being to make life more comfortable to the guy. Okay? This was about the smart farming, this is about the smart processes, this is about smart houses, domotics. Okay? You connect everything, and you take with your smartphone, you can switch the lights on and off, you can connect the heat, you can do a lot of things. Okay? But nothing of that will happen if we don't have smart people. This is a model of, this is not a smart guy. With the mask, because of the pandemics, okay? And smoking through the mask. This is real, this is stupid, just a joke. I'm a funny guy, you are not really smart for that. So we need to apply. This technology is just technology. It's just like a hammer. You take the hammer, you break the closet, you open a coconut, or you nail a nail. Okay. So it can be used for so many things, but it depends on the smart guy that is behind. Technology is exactly the same. So the question was, are we living an industrial revolution, a digital revolution? My answer is that yes, we are doing that, but it's not global. It's not for everyone. Right now, it's not happening everywhere. Because the point to me is that there is a revolution like here with these two superheroes, Batman and Iron Man, okay? They are not really flying because they have the power of flying. They build things out of digital evolution, digital progress, just to make things happening, okay? So we cannot all be these heroes, but of course we are part of the revolution, okay? Because these are cars, and 100 years ago, some people say, well, I prefer the cars with horses. This will never happen, but right now we all have cars, and if you go out in peak hour, yesterday at 6 o'clock, there is a huge traffic. You cannot avoid it. It's really impossible to go there. Now we are becoming green with the bikes and the cycle motors and whatever, but we are going green, but step by step, and now we still need cars. You cannot avoid that. We are part of that. If you remember, this is the Industrial Revolution 100 years ago, okay, the century before. And this is not really something that we can avoid. 100 years ago in UK, where the Industrial Revolution started, this picture is from there, this illustration is from there, you got the horses, and also the water mills, and everything was really analogic. Now nothing is analogic, everything is digital, okay? I was in my home, at home, in La Rioja, you know, we really grow grapes to produce wine. And the time for harvest, it was in August. And 5 years ago, you collected the grapes in August, and you had really to warm up, because it was not complete, it was late August, and it was already a little cold, and you had to warm up the grapes because of the weather. Right now, they need to collect the grapes 15 days before at least, and it's summer, and they are warm, and they need to cool them down. So all this process is being adapted in reverse. They have to do exactly the opposite from the digital sensor that says that the grape is too warm or too cold for that, okay? We cannot avoid that. It's part of evolution, it's part of progress, okay? Can we avoid the smartphones? Okay, I cannot. I have an old Nokia and I cannot use it anymore. The antenna doesn't work. That's it. It's not that I use it to call or for SMEs. Is that I can use it because antenna doesn't work. If I go abroad like here, it doesn't work at all. Okay? You can switch it on. It's not possible. I cannot avoid the smartphone. And exactly the same for the smart watches, like this one that I have here, or the TV. We are part of this revolution. And what about banking? I don't know what happens here in Morocco, but in other countries, the only way that you can actually interact with your bank is through the smartphone or the tablet. There is no physical people. You cannot even call anyone because everything is automatic. Press 1, press 2, press 1, press 5, and after 20 minutes, they hang up and you have to start again. After 2 hours, you are completely desperate, you couldn't speak to anyone. This is happening all the time. We cannot escape. We are part of that, whether we like it or we don't. So, what can we do? In addition to taking a nap, as some people are taking a nap right now, I think this is part of my very soft and beautiful voice, and they're taking this like a really relaxing moment. Don't worry about that. What can we do about it? So I think we have a responsibility. My final message for you, because 2 slides are out of the final one, is that we have a responsibility. We have a duty. We are students, we are professors, we work in high schools, at universities, we run the Ministry of Education, the FUNI, hello, Dr. Mark, how are you doing? We run a number of places here, okay? And many people don't understand this well. Many people look at this and say, I think the easy way just to picture this is if we have a mother, a father, or a grandfather, and sometimes they will say, hey son, you are 50, 60 years old, this is not my world. My world was completely different, okay? And there is a misunderstanding, a lack of understanding, even when somebody wants to do that. I think that we are the bridge. We are the interpreters for both worlds, analogic and digital. We have lived both types of world, analogic and digital. We have the power to run the right interpretation. So we have a duty to the world. We have a duty to our people, to our society. We can provide the right interpretation for what is coming and what will come in the next years. So, to me, this is a picture of that interpretation. We have a young girl on the left showing how to use a tablet to an old guy on the right, okay? So the human touch, the human factor is what is missing in the digital revolution. We are very much focused on technology. We will go to Mars, yeah, but you don't communicate properly to the people. So when Elon Musk comes and is presented on TV and is saying whatever about autopiloting or whatever, people say, another crazy guy. Instead of providing a reasonable, sensible explanation, what is useful for you, and for you, and for you, and for me, this is not happening. It's just like the branding is really much focused on how we are building things, instead of the right application for the right people, okay? For everyone. I think we are failing there. And we have to think something pretty simple. This is an old motto, an old slogan. We all can be heroes, at least for one day. We can interpret something to someone who doesn't understand, because I'm a professor of education, I'm a professor of artificial intelligence, I'm a student in biology, and when I will get my bachelor in 2, 3, 4 years, I can actually make the right information about the climate change measures that are happening right now, and why we have to have 4 bins to separate things and recycling, because this is a deep impact in 4 years, I don't know where, okay? We have that power, so we can do the right decision, the right comment, in the right moment, and having heroes, at least for one year, and this for one day. And this is not me, this is David Bowie's, okay? I don't know if you know the song from this guy, okay? It's David Bowie's. If you don't know the song, I'm going to give you this song. And the song says like that. This is the song. So, with this background song, the soundtrack, hopefully it will work now, but we don't even have to cluster that in rhythms. No, it's happening in Morocco, but it's not happening in Israel. No. It's happening to me and it's not happening in my neighborhood. Okay? The clustering is not by rhythms, it's by what is happening outside of my competence level, out of digitalization. So, people that understand a little more about digital has a responsibility to explain to us. At least this is my idea of how this should come in a few years. Okay? If not, the actual digital gap will be between knowing and not knowing, having the competencies, not having the competencies, and those who are analogic. So from the old days, meaning yesterday, they will be socially excluded, and I think that we have responsibility as academics to fight against that. That's it. This is my class. Thank you so much. Merci beaucoup.